Hello Year 6. I'm going to be talking you through all about science and what you're going to be learning in the future. So my name is Mrs. Brennan. You've hopefully already seen me on one of the transition videos and I'm the head of science. You will be meeting more of our members of staff throughout this video. But what we're going to do is try and give you a taster of everything that you're going to be experiencing when you come to do science at the Manor Academy. I'll talk you through where you need to go and what you need to be doing when you're in the labs, and we cannot wait to meet you. Welcome to Science Year 6. You'll find us in the middle of the school and we are the tall building. Here is one of your main entrances that you will come in, and you often come through from English side and languages over to the Maths, Humanities and Science side through this corridor. Here we are in the inside of science. This is one of the doors that you will use to access. You often come in here if you've been down in PE or maths, or one of the humanities or the cafeteria. So you can't always come in because the door is sometimes locked, but when it's flashing green it means that you can come in and go out as you wish. Okay, so here is one of our science classrooms that many of you will get to know. This is S9. And you will notice that there are signs on the outside which do say that you're not allowed to enter the lab without a member of staff, and that you cannot eat and drink, including chewing gum, in a classroom. Now that is for your safety, because there are lots of things in the laboratory where you are possibly going to make yourself unsafe. Here we are now in one of the classrooms. You will notice that there are certain things on the wall that might look a little bit scary, but are actually for us to try and remain safe. Because obviously in science labs we do practical activities, and sometimes they can be a little bit dangerous, and we need to make sure that you are as safe as possible. So you'll notice first of all that you are on the tall tables and tall chairs in here, okay? And you've also got certain pieces of equipment around the outside. Some you'll find underneath the desk that you might be using in the future. Okay, some are stored away. We've got other things like the gas taps, which we use for the Bunsen burners, and the plug sockets that we use for electricity, predominantly in physics. This is all the type of equipment that you will get to learn how to use safely. And the only unusual thing in here is the layout of the room, because this is for lockdown purposes and this is not how we normally have it. You've got aprons that you need to wear for practical, as well as safety goggles. Now we do have to be very careful with safety. You must wear goggles and aprons at all times, just to make sure that you are as safe as possible. So this is where the teacher stands and is able to talk to you. And then this is one of the examples of the rooms that you would actually be learning your science in. So as you come into science, you'll notice a few things. We have one classroom just here, S9, and then there are some stairs. These stairs are not for student use. They are for the lab technicians and staff, so that we can easily carry equipment down. So as you walk into science, you'll notice that on the other side, you have got some toilets here. These are only available at the very start and end of lunchtime and break time, because actually you do not have access to the science block during the main part of lunchtime and break time. We have two more classrooms downstairs that some of you will go in. As you can see, very, very, very similar to the other classroom, just a different size and shape slightly, but you've still got the raised chairs and the raised tables. Hopefully you can see where everything starts to fit in downstairs. The two classrooms over here, the toilets, and as we quickly move around, this is the other entrance that you often use if you've been going to English or dance, music, or languages. There is the school field here, but this is not one that is often used, okay? So then we have got two flights of stairs, and you would need to go up these to your science lessons if they are on one of the next levels. We have 3 labs on each level, and upstairs looks exactly the same, apart from most of the cupboards are yellow. So as you will see here, these are some more of the classrooms. This level is all in green. I'm only able to take you in, guys, because actually this is being deep cleaned. A nice large classroom. And we go over another nice large classroom. Here's the science spot from the other side. You would walk round on this path from the English and Languages department and the drama department and music. You could go around the back of this building to get into that second door I introduced you to, or most students actually walk through this corridor. This corridor, you'll notice that there's work. If you came in year 5, maybe some of your work is on the wall. It introduces you here to our science club. At the moment it's running at 3:30, but obviously we'll look at a change of time when we start back in September, as you guys are now going to be finishing at 2:30 on a Wednesday. In the science club you get to do lots of extra activities, really exciting activities that you don't normally get to do in the time we have in a science lesson. Now this door here, you'll notice it's the science staff room. This is where you'll be able to find any of your science teachers. Just knock on the door, wait for us to come and invite you in, and then you can come and ask us anything you need to. Okay, year 6, so we've had a brief tour of the science department. I've introduced you to the science club, and it's now time to learn about your teachers. Some will be teaching you next year, some you might just see walking around, but you are welcome to ask any of us for some help. So a little bit about me, okay? I like chemistry. That's the subject that talks about atoms and elements and how everything comes together to make the amazing world around us. Outside of school, I very much like spending time with my children and my dogs, playing about, in the garden, having lots of fun. Okay? Now over to the other teachers.
Hi Year 6s, my name is Dr. Chung and I'm one of the science teachers at the Manor Academy. I really enjoy science because I love finding out how things work, and I love science so much I did an extra research degree to earn a Doctorate of Science. That's why my title is Doctor and not Mister. One thing I like about Manor Academy is how friendly everyone is. Both students and teachers are very willing to help others, so don't worry about being on your own in a new school. Outside of school, I like to play on my Nintendo Switch and grow fruit and veg in my garden.
Hi there, my name's Mr. Starkey. I'm a science teacher here at the Manor Academy, and my favourite part of science is exothermic reactions.
Hello, I'm Dr. Cook. I'm a science teacher at the Manor Academy, and I'm looking forward to teaching you in Year 7. Science is just the best subject ever, as well as the whiz-bang experiments that we can do. It also tells us everything that happens around us. I keep chickens, and you can see this one here. I've got 3 children, and I enjoy knitting and cycling, although not together.
Hi, my name is Mr. Norris. I am the Deputy Head of Science. Welcome to the Manor Academy. You're going to be starting it in September. I hope you're looking forward to it. Things I wish I knew when I was starting in Year 7. You need to know that everything's really well signposted. So when you especially go into the science block, there's 3 labs on every floor. There's 3 floors. And as soon as you step through the doors, they're clearly marked out. So you can't really get lost. You don't need to worry about that. The reason why I'm a science teacher is because, in all honesty, I just enjoy doing all the different kind of subjects we do within it. So one day I'll be teaching electricity, the next day I'll be looking at cells using the microscopes, and then the next day I may be experimenting with some metals and seeing what reactions happen and then discussing why. Like I said, I wish you luck in starting in Manor, and I look forward to teaching you all. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Mr. Hayes. I'm one of the science teachers at the Manor. I'm very excited to be joining the school in September because I think the teachers are very welcoming and friendly, and I think the school really cares about its students and its community. I love science because it's a very hands-on subject where we spend a lot more time exploring ideas together and a bit less time reading and learning from textbooks. In particular, I am a physics teacher, so that means that I really enjoy using maths to explain the world around us. My aim is to try and pass this enthusiasm on to all of you. In my free time, I like to do a lot of sports, including cycling and running, and I also make a bit of music and practice other languages in my free time to keep my creativity alive. I can't wait to meet all of you, but for now, make the most of your summer, and I will see you all in September, by which time I will hopefully have had a haircut and I won't be wearing this hoodie. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Mr. Burrows, one of the science teachers at the Manor Academy, and like you, I'm new to the school this year. My favourite subject is chemistry, especially learning about how different things react with each other and why they react with each other. In my spare time, I really enjoy cooking and baking because it's edible chemistry and all mistakes are guaranteed edible. I really look forward to seeing you in the new year.
Hi all, I'm Miss Allwright. I'm one of the science teachers here at Manor Academy. First of all, I just want to say I'm really looking forward to teaching you all in September. The reason I went into teaching science is because I think that it's absolutely brilliant that no day is the same. You can't get bored at all, because one day you might be learning about adaptation and maybe different hybrid species, and the next you'll be learning about acids and alkalis, for example. There really is a variety of topics that we teach you, so there is always something for everyone. One thing about me is that I am animal mad. I have 6 rabbits, 4 of which used to live at school, but they're now with me. And I have 2 cats who are very mischievous and always causing trouble. And I'm also looking at buying a horse, so fingers crossed that goes well. I hope you're all well, and like I said, I'll see you in September.
Hi there, I'm Mr. Walters Disney, and I really like teaching science because it is very exciting. I get to blow things up and set things on fire as part of my job, which is great. I also really like working with young people. Now, coming to the Manor Academy, you'll have a great time because all the teachers in science are really great. They're really approachable and easy to get along with. You might want to know a couple of things about me. One of my main obsessions is board games. Here is some of my collection. Another thing I really love is surfing. And playing guitar. I'm really looking forward to meeting you in year 7.
Morning everyone, my name's Miss Poultney and I'm one of the science teachers at the Manor Academy. Maybe you can remember me from last year when you came and made some fruity batteries and bubbling blobs. I really hope you're all okay. My favourite thing about working at the Manor Academy is you guys, the students that come to the Manor Academy, are the best, and I cannot wait to get to know you all in September. I love learning about science because it is all weirdly wonderful. During lockdown, I have been watching the tadpoles in my pond, and watching them now with these weird little legs and long tails are the strangest things on the planet. And I love science for all of its weirdness.
Hi, I'm Mr. Boffinger. I think the thing you need to know about me most of all, apart from me being a science teacher at Manor, is that I'm Australian. I don't sound it because I've lived most of my life in England, but I still support Australia when we're playing against you in cricket and any other sport you can think of. I'm looking forward to meeting you all in the autumn term.
Hello, my name's Miss O'Leary and I will be one of your science teachers next year at Manor Academy. I'm new to Manor Academy just like you guys, so I'm feeling lots of things that I'm sure you're feeling as well. A little bit nervous, but mostly excited to start a new school in the new year to begin. So yeah, I'm excited, let's go. I love science, and I was one of those children who was constantly like, why, but why, but why? You know, those annoying, parents would have hated me. I was one of those kids, and science most of the time satisfied my curiosity and answered most of the questions that I need, which is why I enjoy it so much, and I like asking new questions and finding the answers to them. So if you're naturally really curious, I think you're going to really enjoy science with us next year. Outside of school, I love my sports. I'm a big sports fan. I'm a big Nottingham Forest fan, so that's a really easy way to get on my good side. If you're a big Forest fan, come and say hello. And I actually really love Harry Potter. I'm a massive Potterhead. Shout out to all my Gryffindors. I'm in Gryffindor. Whoop whoop. And one thing that Dumbledore said in one of the books was that help will be given at Hogwarts to anyone that needs it, and that's something that as a teacher I try and strive and live by. So if you do need of any help, no matter how big or small, I hope you'd feel comfortable coming and asking me for that help next year. Look forward to seeing you all in September. Bye.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Farrell, your science technician at the Manor School. My job is to prepare all the equipment for practical science lessons and ensure it is all working and maintained. I order new equipment and make up chemicals that are needed. I've always loved science as I love finding out answers, and I don't stop talking. The Manor is a great place to be a student because everyone is nice and they are always wanting the best for students. Outside work, I have 3 children, 2 of which are twins. I like running and anything artistic and creative like painting. You have now met all the science staff, so from all of us here, stay safe and see you in September. Bye!